This is a short lecture to show how to build a C chart. This is chapter 8. The problem statement says that the count of surface nonconformity in 1000 square meter of 20 kilogram kraft paper is given in the following data. You have to determine the trial, central line, and control limits. And if it's out of control, you have to assume the special causes of variation and then revise central lines and control limits. So the data given is by lot number, and each lot number has a count of nonconformities. This is a case that we don't have a specific sample size and we have count of nonconformities, so this is a perfect fit for a C chart. This problem can be done using Excel, Minitab, or by hand. So we're going to use Minitab. Okay, so what I did, I just opened a Minitab, and in a worksheet I type all the lot numbers and the count of nonconformities. Now your next step will go, you have to go to a stat on top, and then control charts, then attribute charts, and you select the C chart. When this window is open, you're going to click the variables. You're going to select the C2 because this is where we have the count of nonconformity. And you can either label your chart, change different settings. I'm just going to click OK. And this gives me the first chart for the C chart, right? In this one, I noticed that, and the good thing about it is that it gives you the upper control limit, the central line, and the lower control limit. Also, you can visually see which points are out of either above or below the control limit. So those are the points out of control. And if you move your chart, you can also see that it gives you what points has failed. In this case, point 13 and 16. So our step will be to remove both points, 13 and 16. So we're going to delete 13 first, just right click and delete cell, and then number 16 is now 15, and I'm going to delete the cell. I'm going to close this chart. And once I deleted both points, I'm going to run the chart again. So I select Stat, Control Charts, Attributes, Charts, and the C chart. And click OK. So in this one, I have the second, which is the revised chart, which gives me new upper control limit, lower control limit, and a central line. If you notice, both lower control limits were equal to 0, and this because the calculations give you a negative value, and when you obtain a negative value, you have to make that equal to 0. If you move your chart, you're going to see that in fact there is a point that failed, and that's point 25. And if you check point 25 here at the bottom, you're going to see that the count of nonconformity is 16 and the upper control limit is 14, so it is above. So what you have to do is highlight it, right click, and delete it. I'm going to minimize the chart, and now we're going to do the same. I'm going to go to Stat, Control Charts, Attribute Charts, C Chart, and it's the same variables, the same column, and click OK. Now we have the final one. You see that there is no point either below or above. You don't observe that many trains. Okay, you might have something over here, but it is not an indication of an out of control state. and you notice now that there is no point fill, so it gives you the final C-chart count of nonconformity. If you want to do this problem using Excel, you just have to program the cells to calculate the C bar, and then the upper control limit, the lower control limit. You chart your points, remove the points that are out of control, revise it, graphic again, see if you have more points, and if you do have more points out of control, remove that and chart again.